Hey guys, before the episode begins, as with the previous video, full disclosure, this video I managed to record, as with the previous one, without any audio at all. I actually recorded it without realising that my microphone was muted because I am a number one idiot. Rather than throwing the videos away, I thought I'd try and commentate over the top of the videos. Episode 15 seemed to turn out okay, so I've given this one a shot as well, as it's two big matches in the championship, and didn't really want to lose them to the depths of my PC's recycling bin. But I hope you enjoy the video nonetheless. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 16 of my FM20 Bristol Rovers playthrough. My name is James, and in today's episode I'll be commenting over my episode 16 video where we played Sheffield United and Crystal Palace, both at home and both in the Championship. Since you're last with me, we only played one match. This was a 2-1 win away against Doncaster, and that leaves us 6th in the table. We're now 4 points ahead of Leeds, so we've managed to gain 3 points since the previous episode, which is great, and we are in fact only 2 points off second in the table, which makes these matches in today's episode all the more important. In other news, we've actually signed agreed a contract with James Talbot, who is a 23-year-old Irish goalkeeper. He's come in as a backup for Jacola. Jacola's actually been under offer from a number of MLS teams since the previous episode. They're all coming in at ridiculously low sums of money, and so I have no intention of selling him. He's not had his head turned, he's not complaining at all, so he's happy to carry on. But thought I'd better bring in a better backup than we have currently. As good as Geordie is as an ageing backup, and obviously we do have the youngsters in the starting 11 as well, I thought it would be a good idea to bring in a better youngster, or a better younger goalkeeper than we had at the moment. He's got a little bit of potential as well, which is really good. He's almost as good as Jacola with his current star ratings, and so I think he'll make for a very good backup. And then worst case scenario, if Jacola does go, at least we're not left in the lurch when it comes to trying to find even a temporary replacement for him in goal. So here we are, first match of the episode, Bristol Rovers at home to Sheffield United at the Memorial Stadium. This is obviously one of two very important matches for us today. This will, I feel, define our season in terms of giving us a good idea of how the back end of the season is going to go. If we do manage to stay even in and around where we are at the moment, if we're even going to be remotely competitive in the latter half of the season. And this is the team for today's match. It's going to be looking very familiar, with Jacola in goal, a back four of Holmes, Dennis, Long, Kilgore and Odebayo, Agogo, Clark and Upson in central midfield, with Barrett. Lumeka coming in for Ginelli. Now he has had a rest and recovered some of his conditioning. And then Clark Harris makes up the front three. After the previous match, we really want to try and keep this run going. This obviously is going to be a much harder test than the one against Doncaster, but I want to try and keep this momentum going as long as possible. But here we have the first highlight. Odebayo to Clark Harris, back to Odebayo from the throw-in. And then 1-2 with Upson. Odebayo into the centre, but it is cleared. Back to Agogo, to Holmes Dennis, who brings it into the penalty area, but he is tackled by their fullback. Barrett managed to collect the loose ball, though, into the centre for Lumeka, who puts it into the left-hand side and makes it Bristol Rovers 1, Sheffield United 0, 4.5 minutes on the clock. Fantastic start here. Really trying to, really running on what I think is momentum at this point. We shouldn't really be competing with teams like this, but we seem to be able to come out of the blocks with a lot of energy and getting wins past sides that, are even ex-Premier League as of a season or two ago. So 28 minutes on the clock. Kilgore with a free kick back in defence to Lumeka, passing the ball forward to Odebayo, to Clark in the centre. Back to Upson. Upson out wide, looking for Barrett, but the ball is cleared. But Clark manages to collect the loose ball to Holmes Dennis. Being pressured, but he managed to get across into the centre, looking through Lumeka, but the ball is cleared again. And Sheffield United look to break forward to Mousset, but he takes a shot, but Jacola manages to deflect it. And Odebayo brings the ball away. 5 minutes to go before half-time. Sheffield United have a throw-in in our half. Ball to Freeman, who manages to bring the ball forward into the penalty area. Looking to carve an opportunity, takes a shot, but the shot is quite tame, and Jacola managed to collect it quite comfortably. There we are, half-time. Bristol Rovers 1, Sheffield United 0. I think, yeah, best thing to say to the guys is don't get complacent out there. As with all these matches, I really want to keep their feet on the ground. I don't want them to get too ahead of themselves. And so as much as we are getting some fantastic results against these sides, we need to realise that at any point we could get absolutely hammered, and that we are really running on borrowed time when it comes to the form that we're playing at the moment. Bubson with the corner into the centre, looking for Clark Harris, but the ball manages to skip past him. Sheffield clear the ball, but Long manages to collect the loose ball. But Holmes Dennis is caught dawdling there with the ball, so Mousse wins the ball back into the penalty area, one-on-one with the keeper, but his shot manages to get deflected by Jacola. And there's a ping-pong round in the area there. There's a bit of pinball in this penalty area, but the ball manages to deflect out wide for a Sheffield United corner. Wilson with the corner into the centre, but O'Connell's header is collected by Jacola again. Right, just gone 70 minutes on the clock. Time to make a couple of substitutions. So I think I'll put Ollie Clark back into the defensive midfield role. Take Agogo off. He's not had a great game. And bring on Reece Cole in that Mazzala role. I did consider taking Clark Harris off, but I thought I'd leave him on as he's our best threat for going forward. And as we're winning, it's not as a massive concern. But Upson has conceded a free kick here. I don't think he got a second booking for that. So Wilson with the free kick. But he managed to get it over the wall, but not on target. Sheffield with another throw-in highlight. Ball played to Sharp, but Long is pressing him. Back to Freeman, who had the throw-in the first place. Looking for a cross, but can't find one. Back to Robinson, who managed to put a cross in to the centre. Lukaku hits the post, and we managed to clear it out for another throw-in. Just over 5 minutes left to play. So I'm going to make another substitution. Take Clark Harris off. He's not had a great game. Bring on George Thomas. See if we can try and spark some inspiration up front. And also bring Mark Little on for Odebayo for a little bit more game time. And we have a highlight here with Sheffield with the throw-in. Looking to pass it across their back line. Trying to find a place forward, but we are pressing them quite well. Keeper big ball forward to Freeman, who manages to take it round Holmes Dennis. Looking to bring it forward. Looking for a cross. But he is pressed a little bit more. Back to Lundstrom. Big ball out wide for Lukaku again. Mousse in the centre. Ball is brought back to him and he manages to put it into the corner, making it Bristol Rovers 1, Sheffield United 0. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Sheffield United have had 3 clear-cut chances in this match. They definitely deserve a goal. But it's disappointing that even in the last couple of minutes, yet again, we've conceded late on after having been in the lead. We'll go very attacking, get them to show some passion, see if we can try and nick a last-minute winner. But I think with only a couple of minutes of injury time on the clock, I don't think we're going to be able to do anything more in this match. There we are, full time. Bristol Rovers 1, Sheffield United 0. In the grand scheme of things, a fantastic result. Drawing 1-1 against a side who are second in the table. I don't know how that affects their position at the moment. I can see by our league position in the top left that we've now moved up to 5th from 6th, so it's definitely had a positive effect on our league position. Bristol Rovers denied by a late goal is definitely something, definitely a headline that we've seen far too often in the last year and a half. This is also an interesting headline. It looks like Wala Kadi, our current owner, is looking to sell the club. With the state of the finances, I'm not massively surprised, but I'll be interested to keep an eye on this to see how this develops, because this may cause us a transfer embargo if it carries on into the January transfer window. Talking of the January transfer window, we've actually agreed a contract for Andy Smith. He's a 16-year-old midfielder. I'm not sure why he wasn't on a professional contract at Ebbsfleet. We've managed to agree a contract with him, keeping with us till 2022. So talking of the January transfer window, we have managed to agree a pre-contract with Andy Smith, or Andy Smythe, who is a 16-year-old English central midfielder currently at Ebbsfleet. I'm not sure why he wasn't on a professional contract with them, but we've managed to snap him up, agree a contract for him to come in January when his contract ends. And he is a 1.5-star current ability, a 5-star potential ability, be it with 2 black stars. If he manages to reach his potential, he'll definitely be a future star of the starting 11. But even if he doesn't, we might be able to make some money off him later on if he wishes to move on. He is also quite versatile. He can play down that left-hand side as well as in central midfield, attacking midfield, and even up front as well. So he could be quite a good utilitarian player. And here we are, second match of today's episode, and the second home match of today's episode against Crystal Palace in the Championship. This is going to be another tight fixture. The draw to Sheffield United actually dropped them down to third, with Crystal Palace moving up to second. So yet again, we are playing a team second in the table. But I think we'll take a lot of positives from the previous match and hopefully take that into this game. So this is the starting 11 for today's match. Very similar to the one against Sheffield United, with just one forced change due to injury. Jokola in goal, a back four of Holmes, Dennis, Long, Kilgore and Odebayo, Agogo, Clark and Upson in central midfield, with Barrett, Giannelli coming in for the injured Lumeka, and then Clark Harris up front. It's only a minor injury for Lumeka, so hopefully he won't be out very long. Fingers crossed he'll be back for the next match. And here we are, 10 minutes on the clock, and we have a first highlight. Odebayo with the free kick to Kilgore, to Upson, out wide to Giannelli, who looks to bring it inside again. Try and switch the play across, but the ball is collected by Crystal Palace, who push it forward to AU, but we managed to win the ball back with Kilgore. To Long. To Odebayo, looking to try and play the ball out of defence, but he is caught napping. Crystal Palace managed to get the ball back, but they hit the post. And luckily, I think Jokola managed to get that covered, but luckily we weren't punished for that error. Another highlight here, this time an attacking one with Holmes Dennis, looking to bring the ball into the centre. But Crystal Palace managed to clear it to Zaha, who looks to bring the forward into space. He manages to go past our defenders, takes a shot from long range, but doesn't manage to hit the target. Upson here with the corner. Ball into the centre. Ball cleared again by Crystal Palace. But the ball is collected this time by Barrett. Back out to Upson, but he has got players around him. To Clark Harris in the centre, but he can't get over it. And the ball whistles over the crossbar. Half hour on the clock. Holmes Dennis with the throw in to Agogo. Now to Long. Back out to Holmes Dennis. Playing some nice passing football here. Barrett, though, manages to lose the ball. He's caught napping by Townsend. Townsend on the edge of the penalty area takes a shot. And that was very close. Crystal Palace are getting very close to that left-hand side. And I think the more opportunities we give them, the greater chances they're probably going to score from there. And Crystal Palace have another throw in with Zaha. Looking to bring the ball into the penalty area. He's in masses of space. But the shot is poor, and Jokola manages to collect it quite comfortably. 5 minutes before half-time, Odebayo with the throw-in to Clark Harris, who puts the ball into the centre, but there's no one there. Barrett manages to collect the loose ball. Pass the ball back in the centre again to Clark Harris, who puts it in with a header at the far post, making it Bristol Rovers 1, Crystal Palace 0 just before half-time. A great time to score, especially as they look like the Crystal Palace were on the up when it comes to momentum. And we've managed to stifle that with a fourth goal of the season for Clark Harris. His injuries have obviously stopped him scoring as much as he had done at this stage last season. But I think with a run in the side, I think he's still going to do really well. And that is it. Half-time, Bristol Rovers 1, Crystal Palace 0. Goal just before half-time was really what I think we needed. Almost half an hour left to play. Mayer with a free kick for Crystal Palace into the centre, but we managed to clear it. Braithwaite manages to collect the loose ball, though, looking to recycle the play again. Big ball in from Mayer, who took the original free kick, and he takes a shot, and he puts it wide. One-on-one with the keeper there. You'd expect him to have done better. But luckily we managed to get away with another one. We really have been dominated in this match. We've had only one shot on target, and that was Clark Harris's goal in the first half. Bar that, it has all been Crystal Palace. Make a couple of substitutions. Giannelli coming off. He's on a yellow card and he's on a 6.3. He's not had a great match, so we'll take him off and bring on Daly. Switch them across, so Barrett is now playing on that right hand side, but Daly is a more comfortable position as a winger on the left. Crystal Palace with another throw in into Townsend. Townsend tries to turn the player, but Agogo manages to win the ball. Now it's coming forward with Clark in a little bit of space through to Clark Harris, who takes a wild shot and it goes well wide of the post. Crystal Palace now with the goal kick, looking to play out their defence. Wide to Braithwaite, who does look to bring it back into the centre again. The ball is then pushed out wide again to Townsend. Townsend takes a shot from outside the penalty area. I said this in the first half. We kept giving them opportunities from there. They were going to score eventually. And Townsend scores from just outside the penalty area for his first goal of the season. And to draw Crystal Palace level. And we have it was slightly earlier on in the game than it was in the last match. But very, 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 very similar plot points to this match there was to the previous one. We have another highlight here with Odebayo with a throw into Barrett. I think Barrett's fouled there. Yes, it's a penalty. A lifeline here, an opportunity for us to go back into the lead again. I presume this is going to be Clark Harris taking the penalty. It is Clark Harris taking the penalty as he steps up to put us 2-1 up, and he does. Keeper goes the right way, but the power of the shot manages to take it into the back of the net. So made a couple of substitutions, bringing Walker on for Barrett and put him over on that right-hand side, and also bringing on Mark Little again for some more game time. But Sheffield United have a throw in here into the middle for Milvojic. Well, Crystal Palace managed to equalise. I can't pronounce the player's name, but Braithwaite with a 1-2 with Van Aanholt into the centre to Milvojic. Nope, I'm not going to attempt it. But he managed to bring it back to 2-2 in injury time. Very disappointed as we were ahead. They better not score here, otherwise this is going to be sickening. Mayer with the corner, but it is managed to clear. But Tompkins managed to get the ball back. Mayer into the centre again. We managed to clear it yet another time, but it is brought back in. It is now table tennis here with the headers in the penalty area. But Walker manages to bring the ball forward. Can we score a last-minute winner? But Walker is tackled by Schlupp, and it is end-to-end stuff. Schlupp looking to bring the ball forward, straight through our defence, and it trickles just wide of the post. Jacola managed to get a touch on it, otherwise I think that probably would have been in. Mayer with another corner. But Kilgore manages to clear it yet again, back into the centre. And Jacola manages to make another fantastic save to save our blushes and keep this match 2-2. We were holding on by the skin of our teeth at the end of that match. It definitely kicked off in that last kind of 5 to 10 minutes, and we were very lucky to get away with the draw at the end of that. We could have lost all 3 points today, having been in a winning position twice in that match. And I think that about sums up Crystal Palace rude to miss chances. I think they were definitely the better team in that match. Looking back at it, 2-2 is a positive result, very positive result for us. They could have easily beaten us, and I think if they'd had another 5 or 10 minutes in that match, they probably would have won. So the second draw in the episode brings us back down to 6th place. We're now only 1 point ahead of Reading. Leeds appear to have dropped massively. I presume they've lost either one or both of their matches today. They did. Or they drew 1-1 with Stoke, but I presume they must have lost their previous one. So like I said in the previous episode, if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching. I know it was probably a little bit weird with me kind of trying to talk over the top of my own video. But if you still enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM20 videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 PM. And thank you very much for watching.